Math is pretty chill this week. I wanted to give us a bit of a breather because we're tired. We're tired. And I also wanted to do a review of the entire year's learning to just check in and see if there's some stuff that we've totally forgotten, understandable, or was always hard and we need to revisit real quick before we're finally done for the end of the year. So if you would please get out for me the math review page that you did yesterday, and you should have done pages 1 and 2 yesterday, and that's what we're going to be going over. So if you want to put that in front of you on your desk, you can kind of just listen to my voice as I talk you through it. All right, numbers 1, 2, and 3 should be super easy, right? Just going to hold up the answers right here. Which way did I do it? This way. I really feel like the only tricky one might be number 1 because they say the 13,000s. And so something in your brain might be kind of like, what do they mean by that? Because that's just something we haven't heard too much. But if you don't overthink it, just think 13,000, right? But really, if you think about it, that's more than one thing. So they add the S on the end, if that kind of helps you understand why it's thousands. Even though when we speak a number, when we speak this number, I don't say 13,048. I say 13,048, if that makes sense. All right, so that's number 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to go over it because I think y'all are like, easy. But if you need me to go over it, secretly message me. You can do that on Google Classroom, by the way. Oh, no. Just invited a whole other slew of prankings, I can tell. But, message me and I'll go over it for you. But let's look at number 4. Estimate 681, take away 307 by rounding to the nearest hundred. So you start by rounding. 681 rounded to the nearest hundred. I look at the tens place. If it's 5 or more, I go up. And it is. So it's now considered a 700. We're just like making the math easier. Everyone loves that. And then we have 307. I look to the tens place. It's not 5 or more, so the 3 stays the same. 300, right? And then I finish it out. 7, take away 3, 6, 5, 400. And that's my answer with answer choice D. All right, looking at number 5. After using 35 jars to store 14 marbles each, okay, this should automatically cue in your brain my choices. Am I multiplying, dividing, adding, subtracting? 35 jars, I'm visualizing them all in a row. Jars full of candy. That's what I want them to be. Marbles, marble candy. Each of those jars has 14 marble candies. Am I multiplying or dividing? Multiplying. Okay, just store that in your head. After doing all of that, Allie, the person hoarding all this candy, Allie, look into your candy problem, has 3 marbles left. Oh, Allie's a boy? Who wrote this problem? Okay, how many marbles did he have at first? So first of all, I just want to know how many marble candies are in those jars. And we already said, bing, multiplication. So I'm going to do 35 jars times 14 marble candies each. And I wrote it this way because I don't have my 35s tables or my 14 tables memorized. So I want to do it. I call it long multiplication. Patent pending. Don't know what it's really called. This thing. 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. 0 placeholder. I'm going to cross out that 2 so I don't get confused. Now I switch to here. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. Add them together. 0, 9, 4. 490. But I'm not quite done yet. Remember, this is just the amount of jars on the shelf. She still has 3 left over. So I do 490 plus 3, 493. That light is super strong. You can't even see that. There we go. Technical difficulties. All right, and 493, answer choice D, is the correct answer. Not bad. All right, there's a bonus challenge there. Hopefully you tried it. Mr. Finch exercises at the gym every 2 days. So think of that every other day. Mr. Chavez exercises at the gym every 5 days. He's a little more lax in his exercise routine. When will they meet if they first met on January 5th? That sounds terrible. I don't want to do that. Tell you what, I'm going to save bonus challenge for the very end of the video, so those who didn't try it won't have to sit through this. Stay tuned for bonus challenge at the end of the video. Moving on to number 6. Teaser, Mrs. Cook. Work harder. I won't. Okay. Number 6. Jim ordered cans of fruit cocktail. If you've never had this is the terrible, squishy little like peaches and fake cherry and pineapple all in there at the same time for his diner for 6 months. Jim, you're running your diner wrong. No one's going to eat that fruit cocktail. Anyway, then we have this weird little chart called a stem and leaf chart. And I'll be honest, you probably haven't seen this in a while. We like barely touched on it this year. So it's probably from past years. I'll just tell you a secret. Adult humans don't use this very often. It's a skill we teach kids and then we just forget about it. But in case it's on a math test in the future for you, let's refresh our memories. They're splitting the numbers. The stem is like the tens place and the leaves is like the ones place, so that you don't have to write 2629. Sorry, I'll hold up. 2629. You just have the 2 and 69. So if that helps your brain organize, it's a tool. For me, I'm like, that's more complicated than it had to be. Okay. So we have the data. We have the whole list of the number of fruit cocktails he had for 6 months. What is the median number of cans he ordered? So this goes back to when we were doing data and statistics. Remember, you guys helped me with a workout routine and you were, tracking how my workouts got better or worse. And median, when we list out all of our data, so I'll take this stem and leaf. So 26, 29, 31, 33, 33. Oh, can I fit this all in here? And 40. Good. You want to find the middle one. That's median, and it's kind of in there. Middle. That's how I've always remembered it. Don't confuse it with average. Average, remember, I would add all these up and divide by the number of data numbers. But median, I'm just going to cross off on either end. So cross off. Now I have 2 in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to average those 2. I could add it and divide, but I just know that what's in between 31 and 33? 32. And that's my answer. B, 32 cans is the median.